Feliz Mes de la Herencia Hispana. The Montgomery County Council honors Nosotros, the rise of Latino influence in the United States. We honor nuestra cultura, nuestras contribuciones y nuestras raíces. I will take you on a journey into the lives of local and national figures who are shaping the future of our county and of our nation by contributing to our economy, our political representation, and the progress of Montgomery County. Pupusas are a staple of the Salvadoran cuisine. They are made of handmade corn tortillas that are filled with a variety of ingredients. The most popular pupusas are the ones made of queso con loroco, frijoles, or revueltas con chicharrón. It is believed that they were created over 2,000 years ago by the indigenous people tribe. Around 1570, after the Spanish colonization, the vegetarian dish, originally filled with squash blossoms, herbs, and mushrooms, evolved by incorporating cheese, refried beans, pork, curtido, and tomato sauce. Today, pupusas are known worldwide, a dish that tastes like heaven. And in Montgomery County, La Casita Pupuseria honors this flavorful gastronomical gift. For over 2 decades, La Casita Pupuseria has brought to the Salvadoran diaspora a taste of their country and has introduced to Montgomery County the flavorful typical dishes of the Salvadoran cuisine.
What we try to make is a fantastic dining experience. It's about a link between what was their parents, their immigration to this country, which brings their culture, obviously the food, and then the bridge to us, which is the future and the next generation, that we don't want to lose those traditions.
La Casita Pupuseria quickly became a bridge that connected Salvadorans to their roots, while at the same time showing Montgomery County the delightful cuisine of the smallest country in Central America.
En La Casita nosotros tenemos la gran oportunidad de ofrecerles un buen producto, una buena calidad de comida saludable. Empezamos con las pupusas, los rellenos, y que fuera un ambiente muy hermoso.
And this year celebrates the 20th anniversary of providing delicious cuisine.
2 decades ago, their first location opened its doors in the heart of District 4, an accomplishment honored with a proclamation by Council President Evan Glass and District 4 Council member Kate Stewart.
Currently, we have 4 brick and mortar locations. We run a food truck as well, which we take to festivals and local events and caterings.
In 2018, La Casita Pupuseria reached another milestone. Nationals Park, one of the biggest and most important venues in the world of sports in America, became the home of #Pupusas at the park.
It's an amazing food. It's an amazing cuisine. Growing up, it was one of my favorite things eating, and I was a picky kid too. So that's saying something.
Without a doubt, Montgomery County's diversity has played an important role in their growth as entrepreneurs.
Montgomery County siempre apoya a las comunidades, principalmente a los que quieren triunfar, quieren salir adelante.
La Casita Pupuseria is an example of the entrepreneurial spirit of our immigrant community in Montgomery County, a chain of small businesses that have become a strong force in our economy, but most importantly, a place to cherish our Latin culture.
Food to me is a vehicle to make people happy.
Pedro Matamoros is an example of how to conquer adversity and transform it into a stepping stone towards achieving one's dreams.
Spending a lot of time at home, and we were like, we need more restaurants in Wheaton, and that's the idea came out.
Against all odds, he followed his passion for cooking and fearlessly launched Frank's Burger Place amidst the challenges of COVID-19 restaurant closures.
Frank's is my stepdad, so he loved burgers. One day we were talking about we should do something casual here in Wheaton, our community. And I cooked some burgers for him, and he loved it. He said, "Wow, I never had burgers like this." And I was like, "Because this is beef, natural beef."
His unique cultural background has influenced the restaurant's offerings, providing customers with a one-of-a-kind dining experience.
The whole concept of the burgers that we're doing is like keep it simple, just good ingredients. We make our sauces, we make our mayonnaise, just cheese, burger, and lettuce and tomato and pico.
Pedro Matamoros immigrated from Nicaragua to the United States when he was 23 years old. Since then, he has made a significant impact on the culinary scene by introducing Nicaraguan flavors and ingredients to his menu.
During the pandemic too, like we were like, let's do something different, like provide something different. And we started doing specials like fritanga, which is street food in Nicaragua. It kind of like took off. Like now we can take it off the menu.
Nestled in the heart of District 6, Frank's Burger Place is a family-owned restaurant that takes pride in offering dishes crafted with the finest and freshest, all-natural, hormone-free ingredients.
Beef is local from Maryland. All our products, we try to do seasonal. We try to get always the best ingredients. And we try not to go too far to get our ingredients. We like local source ingredients.
Frank's Burger Place has become a popular go-to spot for foodies and burgers lovers alike. And now, Frank's Burger Place is expanding its culinary offerings by opening a second location in the vibrant city of Wheaton this fall.
This is going to become more like a Nicaraguan place, El Chante. We're working on some details and we're going to be opening District Bistro.
The new restaurant will continue to offer the same high-quality dishes that Frank's Burger Place is known for, while also introducing exciting new menu items that are sure to delight our vibrant communities in Wheaton.
Time is the most precious asset we have, and I want to make sure I use every day of my life to give back.
His work speaks for itself. Tom Perez, a proud son of immigrants from La República Dominicana, is a Latino trailblazer and a powerful voice on issues such as education, immigration, and the interests of working families.
This country's promise that if you're willing to work hard, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what your last name is, you can make it if you try. And Tom's made protecting that promise for everybody the cause of his life.
The moral compass of my parents was always something that guided me, even though my dad died way too young. And what they always taught us was, to whom much is given, much is expected. And we measure our success by how we treat those who are living in the shadows. And that's what I've tried to devote my entire life doing.
Perez has dedicated his life to public service at the local, state, and federal levels. He previously served as a United States Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights, as a United States Secretary of Labor, as the chair of the Democratic National Committee, and currently as the Senior Advisor and Liaison to state and local governments to the President of the United States.
My job working for the President is to make sure that we are implementing his agenda.
His long track record of public service has roots in Montgomery County, where in 2002, he made history by becoming the first Latino to ever serve on the council as the District 5 representative.
When I had the privilege of serving on the council, we worked very closely with all stakeholders to modernize the program so that we would make housing affordability a reality for more people.
During his time at the council, he served on the Health and Human Services and Transportation and the Environment committees. In 2005, he was elected council president. 20
years ago or so, we put in place a program that ensured that pregnant women who were undocumented could get access to prenatal care and access to healthy living so that they would give birth to a healthy Montgomery County resident.
Tom Perez, a husband and father of 3, has reached the peak of success, a triumph that began with the dreams of his parents of a better life earned with honesty, hard work, and education.
I'm proud of my service on the county council, and I'm proud of the things we were able to do.
Tom Perez is a true trailblazer for Latinos. His legacy will continue to impact future generations. In a profession mostly dominated by males, she is a fearless leader. Lieutenant Katy Estrada is breaking glass ceilings by serving the county that raised her with honor and dedication.
When I was in Wheaton High School, I had a teacher who reached out to me and he's like, you know what, I think you'd be perfect to do the mock trial team. And I was like, okay. And that's where I think my love and my passion for the law started and the justice system.
A passion that became a professional aspiration. As a high school student, she joined MCPD's Law Enforcement Explorer, a program that trains MCPS students in areas such as law enforcement, leadership, and life skills.
I was a Police Explorer program up until I graduated high school. And what started my other passion was, working with people.
She knew from that moment on that her true calling was in the field of law enforcement, where she could make a significant impact on society.
I had one of the recruiters, when I was a Police Explorer, reach out to me and said, you know what, they're hiring. And I was like, okay. So I put in my application, and you know what they say, the rest is history. So I went through the academy, session 48, and then I was assigned to the 4th District, Wheaton-Glenmont District, where I did my FTO. I was there for a few years, and then I applied for and received the position as a detective. Then it was family crimes. Now it's the Special Victims Investigations Division. So I was a detective in our domestic violence and elder abuse, and then in our sexual assault unit, and then missing children and runaways.
Her exceptional skills, talent, and ability to investigate crimes were the perfect formula for her professional growth. For the first time, a Hispanic female was executing and leading one of the toughest and most critical jobs in the field of public safety.
I was promoted to sergeant, where I was in the 3rd District, and then Community Engagement Division. I was honored by being promoted to lieutenant, where I was placed in Criminal Investigations Division. Currently, I'm assigned to the Special Victims Investigations Division as the deputy director.
Estrada, a proud first-generation Guatemalan American, credits her parents for instilling in her an unwavering spirit of perseverance and an unshakable confidence in her abilities to conquer any challenges.
When I was little, my dad would always tell me, never quit, never give up. It was like our motto.
As a young girl, Katy Estrada admired Wonder Woman's pursuit of truth, justice, and equality. It was inspired to follow in her footsteps.
I'm very honored and humbled, especially since I lived in this community the majority of my life and I've seen it grow. And I know that we still have a lot of growth to do. And so I want to, tell and inspire the little boys and girls out there to tell them that it can be done. Sí se puede.
I got a winner! Katy Estrada's story is one of true inspiration. She serves as a role model for young girls everywhere. The future is indeed female.
Let's go. I had a mentor, and now I am a mentor to many, many youth in Montgomery County.
Son united, unidos, para parar la violencia en Montgomery County.
Not all heroes wear capes. Carlos Repreza is a Montgomery County employee who is making a difference in the lives of hundreds of young people. Sports, music, friendship, and mentorship are the instruments he uses to fuel them resilience in the face of adversity. But growing up, he didn't have the easiest childhood. During his teenage years, the dangers of gangs threatened to tarnish the bright future that his mother always believed he could have.
I grew up in California, Los Angeles, and in that time, in the early 90s, there was a lot of gang activities.
Repreza will never forget the unexpected decision that changed his life, fleeing with his mother more than 2,600 miles across the country to the state of Maryland.
My mentor, Jeff Edgar, was instrumental in allowing me the space to vent and not having to go into that lifestyle as well, into the gang life or, roaming the streets and stuff like that, because he gave me activities, he gave me things to do.
¡Listo, muchachos, listo!
Through the Street Outreach Network, he interacts with historically underserved youth and uses positive development programs, constructive relationships, activities, and music as an intervening vehicle to redirect their lives and cultivate values of respect, integrity, and responsibility.
Throughout just the Street Outreach Network, I'm possibly working with about 150, 160 youth per year in the various school groups that I work in and the various community activities that we do, our Summer of Peace activities that we do. And to see the process of when they start and they're these immature, angry, trauma-filled youth to like being very proud, very hardworking contributors to Montgomery County.
He is known as El Tío, the uncle to all the teens that wait to get picked up, excited to spend a fun-filled afternoon.
I'm very happy and lucky to work for an organization that provides us transportation, and it becomes this bonding moment in the van where everybody kind of, comes together as a group and shares and jokes at the same time, but ultimately, it becomes a family.
¡Vámonos a ganar, muchachos!
Latinos are known for their passion for soccer. Repreza uses their love for sports to attract them, keep them entertained, while creating a pathway between school and out-of-school time to reinforce positive emotional development, problem-solving, self-efficacy, and a connection with the community.
There's a lot of youth in the county that miss an opportunity to play the sport that they love, especially newcomers who recently arrived, students from Central America, South America. When they come here, one of the main things that I'm able to attract them is, I got free soccer, man, I got uniforms. So having them play in the Soccer for Change program for years now has given me an opportunity to hold practices with them. So we practice maybe once or twice a week. We have to do a community service project as part of the program.
His love for sports, music, and most importantly, his very own personal experiences give Repreza the empathy needed to connect with our youth, especially with those that have recently arrived to the United States, fleeing violence and many traumatic experiences.
My job, I believe, is to take what was given to me, what was done for me, and to share it with now the youth that I work with.
Repreza is changing our world and the lives of our youth one at a time, investing in the future of Montgomery County.
On three, son. 1, 2, 3, son!